Good afternoon, world. It's 2:23 p.m. I've been making a video a little bit earlier today, yeah, because yesterday my step parents took away the cord and I had nothing to do, so I just went to bed. I went to bed around like 11, I think, 12. Had a smoke and I just passed out till 2. I tried to sleep till 3, but I couldn't sleep till 3 because I slept for like, I don't know, 10 plus hours, whatever it is. So I just woke up, obviously. I'm off work today, I believe. I work this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. I work, but I'm not exactly sure what time I work. He told me the time, but I forget what he said. Hence why I need him to give me a schedule. That way I can just take a picture of my phone. I'll know when the time I'm working. I think it's either 8:30 I come in or 8 or 9. What I'll do is sometime this week I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna ask him, okay, what time do I work this weekend? Is it 8, 8:30, 9? That way I know. Because my boss didn't give me a schedule yet. See, that's the con about what? About not having a schedule. If you have a schedule, you can take a picture on your phone, you'll know when you work, what time you work. When the boss tells you you work on this day, you have to remember it, obviously. You could forget. I know I work Saturday, Sunday, but I forget what time he said. I think it's 8:30 or 8. The restaurant opens at 7 or 6, whatever it is. He might have me coming around 8. Or I think he said 10 or something like that. 10 o'clock I work Saturday and Sunday, I think. I don't know. And he said he'll eventually give me full-time, more hours, full-time shifts. Right now I'm working part-time. So I'm going to get like, I don't know, a $300 check, whatever it is. If I get $300, I can save $100 bucks. $100 bucks a paycheck if for now I work part-time. And I have to let welfare come back know that I got a job. Ivan, you full-time partner, right now I'm part-time. Okay, we can give you $300 a month now, Ivan. You lower that amount to $300. If you work part-time, you can still collect welfare checks, but they'll give you maybe $250, $300 because you're making money working part-time. If you don't work, they give you like $700. They're supposed to give me $1,000, but they're giving me $700. Sir? Alright, you like the job? Yeah, I like the job. It's chill job. The restaurant closes at 2:33. You're out of there by 4. Fucking slack. You work from morning to like afternoon. You're out of there, man. You don't have to close till like 2 in the morning or something like that. The restaurant's exactly like Cora's. It's like a breakfast restaurant. They serve like breakfast food. I had their food the other day. Really good. Not as good as Cora's. Cora's is better than Coco Frutti, but Coco Frutti has amazing food, man. Yeah. Is that? Yeah. After this video, I'm going to work on the yard. I'm going to go get my beer and smokes at the store. Then for the rest of the month, I'm just going to get smokes. That way I save money. I want to have money until I get paid. Like, I think I get paid next week. I get paid. Next Thursday, Friday, I get my first paycheck, obviously. I should get my tips. And I should get paid next week. I'll get paid like $300 or something like that. So around there, right? Because right now minimum wage in Quebec is $15 an hour. So so far I worked like, I don't know, like 2 shifts. I worked for like 12, 13 hours. I worked about like a 6-hour shift at work every day. From 9 to 8 to like 3, 4, right? 6 hours, 6.5 hours. Yeah, I worked like 13 hours so far. They made me mop the entire restaurant, man. The kitchen yesterday. Yeah, and then and then what? I told you, man. I told you. Every job, they always make the dishwashers do all the dirty work, man. That's how it works. They make the dishwashers do all the dirty work, obviously. Yeah. I mean, you don't mind. I don't mind. I mean, if it's not busy, I don't mind mopping the restaurant and all that stuff. But if it's busy, if it's really, really busy and you ask me to do all that dirty work, that's when I get a bit ticked off. But look, man, I have to get these dishes out. I what? You know what I'm saying? Like, but usually they don't do that. If it's really busy, the other people will, the people in the kitchen will do the other stuff. They'll do the sweeping because they know you got to wash the dishes, obviously. But if it's not busy, I don't mind doing I have to mop the whole restaurant, man. The kitchen and the dining area, I mop the whole thing. Yeah. Obviously. But my first shift when I work, I didn't have to do that because it was so busy. I had to wash all the dishes, man. Obviously. Why do they make dishwashers do all the dirt? Because the line cooks are what? The line cooks are a bit are a bit lazy, obviously. Yeah, they don't want to do that dirt, so they make the dishwasher do it. Because they're lazy. They take advantage of the dishwasher. The dishwashers are looked as like the least important people in the restaurant. I think they're the most important people in the restaurant because without dishwashers, people can't eat their food. You need clean plates, you need clean forks. They're very important, obviously. People look at dishwashers as like the least important worker in the restaurant. That's why they make the dishwasher do all the dirty work. Stock the boxes, take out the garbage, mop like the whole restaurant, and the kitchen. Yeah, they do that obviously. Yeah. Really, Ivan, yes. Every restaurant, trust me, all you people around the world who apply to dishwashing job, if you work in a restaurant, be prepared for the people to make you do all the stuff, man. They're gonna make you do all the dirty work. Because that's just how it works in the restaurant. I don't mind doing that if it's not busy, but if it's busy and you make me do that, I'm just like I don't have time to do this. I have to wash the dishes in there. Yeah. Obviously. Yeah, then you gotta listen to your boss. If they tell you to do something, you gotta do it. Yeah, be respectful and do it, obviously. See what I'm saying? But like, yeah. I don't mind doing the dirty stuff if it's busy. If I'm working with another dishwasher, because while you're doing that, the other dishwasher will still be washing the dishes and taking out the plates and all that stuff. But if you're by yourself and it's really busy and they make you do it, so it's like, look, I gotta wash these dishes. They know, yeah, the dishwasher has to wash the dishes. They end up doing it, obviously. But they don't want to do it because it's dirty work, obviously. Because they're a bit lazy, obviously, yeah. Everyone kicks back a little bit at work, right? Even when you work hard, you kick back, you're tired. Just working in a restaurant's it's a stressing environment. Like everyone like works, even the waiters have to walk around all day. It's tiring too for being a waiter too. Not as bad as dishwashing, but you have to walk around and take orders. You can't mess up the orders. You know what I'm saying? The line cooks have to cook the food. They can't mess up the food either. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's stressing shit, man. Yeah. You're standing all day, you get tired, obviously. And so whenever you take a break, you just sit down. It's the best feeling in the world. Is oh, you feel, yeah. But make sure you always work hard for your boss. Don't slack off, man. Even as a dishwasher, work hard. If they see that you slack off, then they might fire us, man. Especially as a dishwasher, you got to work really hard. Now, I do work hard. I work really hard. I'm a hard worker. Yeah. Even one of the line cooks told me, yeah, Ivan, whenever you feel like you need a smoke, man, and you're stressed out, just go outside and have a quick smoke. He's like, I do that. And he's like, that way you're mentally there, man. He told me that. Because he knows how stressing it is. Yeah, I know dishwashing is a stressing job. You feel like you need a smoke for 2 minutes, go out and have a quick smoke. That way you're mentally there. Smoking helps me with stress, obviously. When I work, The cursed keys obviously stresses me out. Obviously, having an open mind, me paying this fee, me finishing my book, it's all stressing. I'm sorry. Yeah, but weekdays are not that stressing because yesterday was not that busy. I was very caught up when I washed dishes. I was caught up like crazy. It wasn't that busy yesterday, but man, my first shift was crazy, and they had me by myself. And my boss told me, "Yeah, Ivan, usually we have two dishwashers on weekends." I'm like, "Thank you. I need help, man. It's fucking too stressing working alone on a weekend. Yeah, it's too stressing." Yeah, but yeah, it's the worst feeling in the world. It's the worst feeling in the world, man, when you work and you're alone on a weekend, right? And like while it like I don't know, I do my best. I'm fast and everything, but at the same time, I have to put the dishes in the machine. I gotta stack all the plates, obviously. I have to bring the plates out. You gotta make sure there's plates, obviously, for the line cooks to prepare the food and everything. And while you're doing that, four like waiters come in with a bunch of more dishes, and your dish pit starts to pile up. You're doing your best to clear out the dish pit, obviously. At the same time, you gotta stack the plates and take them out. While you're doing that, more waiters just keep coming in. That's why you need two. You need two dishwashers on a weekend. You can do it on your own, but chances are you're going to need help sometimes. They're going to have to get one of the line cooks to help you out a little bit sometimes because it's just too much dishes. You need help, honestly. And that's why my first shift I was stressed out like crazy. I did pretty good on my own, but I was very, very stressed out, man, on my own, man. I was like, this is too stressing. Some center. Yeah. And if you need help, if you need help, tell your boss, hey, look, man, is it possible you can have another dishwasher help me out on weekends? It's too stressing for me working on my own. Ivan, you're fine on your own. Yeah, I'm fine on my own, but like you have to help me out because it was too much dishes. I was stressed out. Okay, Ivan, yeah, let him know. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, look, man, you're completely stressed out. Yeah, it's gonna stress me the fuck out if you have me on my own on the weekends, man. It was fucking busy as hell on Sunday when I worked my first shift. It was busy, man. It was busy. It was so busy. The boss had to help me out. They had a line cook help me out. They had the boss help me out because it was too much dishes. I needed help, obviously. I'm a hard worker. I'm fast, but like working on my own on a weekend is crazy. Sarah. Yeah, it's fucking crazy, obviously. Give me a sec, guys. I'm gonna go upstairs and get my coffee. I'll be back in a sec. Don't hate me, you know what I'm saying? Be back in a sec. Alrighty, I'm back. I went upstairs to get my fresh vanilla coffee. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. back from the dead. Literally, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so what do you guys want me to talk about? Do you want me to talk about the girlfriend topic? I might go for a girl this year, whether where I work or somewhere else. I don't know. I'm getting a little bit of Zane's fatigue. I've been talking about Zane's a lot, obviously. Yeah. I've been talking about Zane's a lot. I have a bit of Zane's fatigue. I mean, yeah, Sky Source fatigue, my 17. I've talked about those topics many, many times. So, I know you guys love my hypothetical videos. But the hypothetical thing, I don't really want to talk about much because the chances of that happening is very slim. Whereas the girlfriend thing, me dating an average woman where I work or somewhere else, that's a possibility. Whereas the hypothetical thing is a fantasy. It's not going to happen, obviously. 5% chance it happens. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, so all you guys who apply to a dishwashing job, be prepared. I'm going to say this in advance, man. Be prepared for the line cooks and all them to make you do all the dirty work, man. They're going to make you do all the dirty work. That's how it works. Because they do themselves, of course they could, but they're just lazy, obviously. They don't want to do it. So they make the dishwasher do all the dirty work. Yesterday, they made me do all the dirty work. The boxes. I had to clean. I had to mop the whole restaurant, man. Mop the whole thing. It wasn't that bad, though. It took me like 20 minutes to do everything, 25 minutes. I mopped the whole kitchen and I mopped the dining area, man. Yeah. It's a nice restaurant, very, very nice restaurant. Oh, pretty. I'll see. If you say that people could do themselves, yeah, of course they could, but they're lazy. They don't want to do it. They're a bit lazy, obviously. Hence why they make a dishwasher do it, because they're lazy. Yeah, especially if it's not busy, they're going to make you do all the stuff. Because they have to make the food, obviously. But, like, there's nothing worse than them. There's nothing worse. I remember when I worked Beer Market, there was a few times when the line cooks weren't even that busy. It was a weekday, and they made me do all the dirty work. Look, man, like, I have to wash dishes. Why don't you take out the garbage? You know what I'm saying? Can I get a pan pickup and all that stuff? When they can easily bring the pans themselves. Sometimes, if it's really busy, they'll bring the pans themselves. But they're lazy. They don't want to do it. That's why they make you do it, obviously. I'm sorry. But this job is not as bad as Beer Market. Beer Market was fucking... Beer Market, it was so much dishes that my hands went numb and all stuff. You know, in your hand, you become so tired, your hands go numb. Yeah, my part of my fingers went numb. Because I was so exhausted working at Beer Market. There was so many dishes I had to wash. A lot of kitchen dishes you have to wash. Whereas Coco Fruity, you don't have to wash much kitchen dishes. It's mainly just the plates and the cutlery. So I'm sorry. The plates and the cutlery, yeah. Yeah. Hence why when I start Sky Source, the dishwashers who I hire, obviously, I'm gonna make sure that you pay them a lot of money because they're going to be doing dirty work, man. You're looking at like 500 people. Coco Fruity had a good, maybe, I don't know, 300 customers on Sunday. Well, you can only imagine 500 crewmen per section. The dishwashers are going to be... that's why you need 3 per section. You need 3 dishwashers per section. That way they're not stressed. Now, don't put a dishwasher by himself. No, you won't be able to manage. You need 3 dishwashers per section, so 9. You can hire the ones who worked on Lord of the Rings, or you can have the ones who have experience working at professional restaurants as your dishwashers, I'm sorry. Or you can hire the ones who work on Lord of the Rings. I'm pretty sure Lord of the Rings had dishwashers. You can have some of the people who made the food be dishwashers. Hey, you guys want to be dishwashers? I'm going to have you guys be dishwashers. Hire the people who work on Lord of the Rings to be your dishwashers. I'm sorry. You pay the $150K. If you pay a dishwasher $150K, he'll work really hard for you because he's getting paid. It's a nice pay. Where if you pay the minimum wage, they're gonna slack off more because they're getting shitty money. Obviously, yeah. So I'm saying. Yeah. It's funny because whenever all the waiters and all the line cooks see me doing dishwashing, they're all like, "Oh my god, look how humble Ivan is. Ivan's a dishwasher." You know what I'm saying? Like, even though that boss is a boss over me, I'm ultimately the boss over him. I'm a son of God. Once yeah, you're the boss over me now, but once I'm king, I am the fucking boss now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ivan's a boss over all of us. Ivan's not supposed to be doing these fucking jobs, man. He's supposed to be a celebrity. Yes. They all know Ivan's supposed to be living this level life. He's not supposed to be fucking washing dishes at a restaurant. That's how fucking humble I am. That's where they get the idea in the Bible how Jesus was humble. He was a humble man. It said he made himself nothing and took upon himself the form of a servant. Obviously. So Ivan, what does it mean that Jesus humbled himself and he made himself nothing? He made himself of no reputation. He wasn't like Jesus when he came down to earth. He didn't come down as like a guy with a royal robe and a halo. No, he became human. He humbled himself by becoming human, obviously experiencing human limitations. At the same time, his status was what? He wasn't in heaven in glory with the Father. He was on earth as a servant, working as a carpenter. There's a debate whether Jesus was rich or not because he has a treasury. But I believe if you read Scripture very carefully, Jesus wasn't poor, but he wasn't like rich like King Solomon. I'm saying. But I think Jesus was probably doing pretty good for himself. He was a carpenter. Carpenters made a lot of money. He did trades. He obviously made some good money, and he had a treasury. So my guess, he was doing pretty good for himself. But he wasn't like He wasn't like a billionaire like David and all, King David and all that. That's what it means by Jesus humbling himself. Symbolism of me, obviously. I'm supposed to be living a celeb life, billionaire, and yet I'm working dishwashing. Whenever I'm humble enough to even let. I'm humble enough to what? To serve what? Serve the boss. Be under him. Even though I'm bigger than the boss, I don't hate, you know what I'm saying? I'm humble enough to listen to him when he tells me to listen to him. Because I'm humble, obviously. When he knows in reality, I'm much bigger than all those guys. So I'm saying, that's my point. Yeah. Yeah, Ivan's so humble, man. He's working dishwashing. He's not even supposed to be a fucking dishwasher. He's supposed to be a celebrity, yes. I'm supposed to be a famous celebrity. I'm not supposed to be a fucking dishwasher, man. So I'm saying. After this, I might work on the lawn. My stepmother told me she will not give me the $20 until I finish the whole left section. I'm almost done. If I start working on it early today, in 3 hours I can be done the whole thing. I can get my $20, but I mean, I don't think I'll be able to do the whole thing, but I'll do most of it today. And tomorrow I'll be done the whole left section. And I'll start the right section. This year I might do like 3/4 of the lawn, and next year I do the rest. It's too much work, man. But I'm gonna show you all the work I did once I'm done. You're gonna see how nice the lawn looks. I even did all that himself. Yeah, I'm a hard worker, man. I can talk about the girlfriend thing if you want, guys. Ivan tells him, look, man, I'm not telling you shit. It's none of your business, man. Whichever one I'm interested in, it's none of your business. I'm not telling you guys. I'm not going to tell you my story. I'm not going to keep it to myself. Well, Ivan, yeah, like you can make everything in my life your business. It's none of your business, man. Just like it's none of my business who this guy dates. It's none of my business. It's none, yeah. So the first thing I would do if I dated a chick where I work or somewhere else, another restaurant, whatever it is, or who works at the bar, whatever it is, I would what? I would first talk to them, get familiar with them, and eventually I would ask them if they want to go on a date, and that's my excuse to get their number. From Sarah. That's my excuse to get their number, obviously. So the best excuse to get a girl's number is if you ask her on a date. Whereas if you ask her for a number randomly, she might reject you. It's a bit weird. And don't ask for a number like the first day you meet her. Don't do that, man. Chances are she will reject you. There's exceptions where she can give you your number, obviously, but you're better off talking to her for a couple more weeks. That way she gets more comfortable around you. You know her name. She knows your name. You know a tiny little bit about her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You could ask her if she's in a relationship. That way you know if she's eligible or not. If she has a boyfriend, don't go for her. If she does have a boyfriend, go for her, obviously. Don't be evil and go for her when she has a boyfriend. Don't do that. That's evil, man. Don't do that, man. You don't want to be that guy. Hi, you're so nice. Yes, man. I'm a holy man. I don't want to be a fucking dick, obviously. I'm not perfect, obviously. Compared to you guys, I'm really good. But don't go for a girl if she has a boyfriend. It's an evil thing to do, man. To try to take another man's girl. Don't do that, man. It's evil, Samsara. Don't do that. Do not do that, Samsara. Don't be what like those asshole men who do that. Don't do that, man. That's evil. Yeah. Have you seen that happen before? Yes, I've seen it happen firsthand. I'm not gonna mention the guy. I don't want to put his name out there. I remember I knew this guy who lived right next to me. Obviously, he played basketball. Obviously, and this other guy who was a pretty good friend of mine. He was a pretty good friend of mine in grade 10. He's the guy who had the rich grandparents. Yeah, the guy who had the rich grandparents. Obviously, his grandparents were filthy rich. Obviously, he had the rich grandparents. Yeah, he's a pretty good friend of mine in grade like 10. Obviously. I went to his grandparents' house. You know what I'm saying? He always bought me beer. He always bought me like food and that kind of stuff. His grandparents were rich. He was dating this chick, obviously, in high school in Darcy. And the other guy who lived next to me, he was flirting with her behind the guy's back, obviously. And then in grade 9, right? And in grade 10, she ended up dumping the other guy and ended up dating him. So the guy took the other guy's girl when they were dating. He was flirting with her while they were dating. That's an evil thing to do. The guys know who they are. I'm not going to mention their names, obviously. But that guy knows who he is. He did that, obviously. And then that's an evil thing to do, man. To try to go for someone's girl while he's dating someone else. It's an evil thing to do. I would never do that, Sarah. Long story short, he ended up taking the girl from the other guy. She ended up liking him, and they ended up dating. Yeah, I remember that. That's a perfect example, obviously. Sarah. And I felt bad for the guy who had the rich grandparents, who's a pretty good friend of mine. I felt bad for him, man, because he was dating the other chick, and the other guy took her from him, man. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, don't be like that. Don't do that. It's an evil thing to do. Don't do that, Sarah. Yeah. But I told you, most guys don't care if a girl has a girlfriend. If they like her, they'll go for her anyways. They don't give a shit. Because we live in a wicked world, yeah. I'm the only one who would never do that. Whereas all these guys do that, obviously. Sarah? Yeah. Yeah, so first thing I would do is talk to her. The first thing you do is you introduce yourself to her. Okay, my name is Ivan Amara. What's yours? Yeah, my name is this. That way you need to know her name, obviously. And you talk to her while you're working. You talk to her a few times. You know what I'm saying? You have to unsquare yourself and just man up and start talking to her. That way she gets more comfortable around you. On break, you go out. Maybe she joins you on break and you talk to her more. And eventually, you ask her on a date if she wants to go. And if she likes you, she'll say yes. Most women will say yes for a first date. It's just a date, right? Yeah, sure. Okay, what's your number? And you give her your phone. She can write down your number, or you write down her number on your phone. Is that right? The first date I would do, don't hang Victoria Justice. The first thing I would do is what? Is go to a restaurant. Not a restaurant where I work, no. Don't go to a restaurant where you work, otherwise people are going to be suspicious. Go to another restaurant in Elmer, maybe Dinty's. Dinty's you can walk there or you bus there. It's a pretty long walk. Dinty's. Lindy's is not bad of a walk. It's like a 17-20 minute walk from downtown. It's not that far. You go to Dinty's, or you can go to Snack Shack. Not McDonald's. No, go to like a restaurant. St. Hubert's. Probably St. Hubert's. I'll go to Saint Hubert in French, right? Saint Hubert in French. Saint Hubert in English, obviously. Saint Hubert in French, or Saint Hubert's in English. You go there and you go on and have dinner with her. You have a good time with her, obviously, and you pay for the first date. Obviously, the man should always pay for the first date. Obviously, and then second date, if you go, I'll go to the bar, and if the chick really likes you, she'll offer to buy you a drink, at least one drink. She'll offer to buy you. Yeah, and I'll first round's on me. I'll buy you a drink. You want a drink? Yeah, she'll buy you a drink. But as a man, you pay for most of the stuff, obviously. But it doesn't hurt for her to pay for you sometimes. I told you, if she really likes you, she'll buy you a drink. She'll gladly buy you a drink if she really likes you. If she doesn't, if she's gold digging off you, she'll make you pay for everything. Or she's just cheap. So just because a girl doesn't pay for anything doesn't mean she's cold. But it's a big sign she's cold. It just means she's cheap. She doesn't want to pay for shit, obviously. If she really likes you, she'll offer to buy you at least a drink. Yeah, Ivan, I'll buy you a drink. You want a drink? I'll buy you your first drink, and she'll buy you a drink. Some Sarah. And you as a man, the man will appreciate that. Obviously, oh my God, she's not cold. She offered to buy me a drink. Yes, some Sarah. That's my point, obviously. Some Sarah. So first date dinner, second date would be probably the bar. I'll go to the Elmer Bar or maybe the Brass. Nah, the Brass is. I like Elmer Bar better. Go to Elmer Bar, but go to Elmer Bar early. Don't go there too late. Go there around maybe 9, 10 o'clock around there. You go to the bar with her. In Elmer Bar. Elmer Bar is like the best bar in Elmer. I heard the British is really good. Go to the British or go to the Elmer Bar. I like the Elmer Bar. Go to Chez Pater in Elmer. They call it the Elmer Bar. Go to the Elmer Bar. Some Sarah. Some people in the Elmer Bar are curious. Oh my God, is Ivan dating her? Some people are staring. Oh my God, Ivan manned up. He's actually going on a date with a girl. Yeah. Is Ivan dating her? No, it's like they're all curious. You know what I'm saying? Some people might ask you, are you guys dating? I'm like, no, we're not dating. You know what I'm saying? I shut my camera.